Gareth Davis to make his maiden speech.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker, for allowing me to make my maiden speech as the new Member of Parliament for Grantham and Stamford. I, of course, follow my most immediate predecessor, Nick Bowles, who served in this House for 9 years and in 2 important ministerial positions. I have to say, I do know, though, that he had an office which I did not inherit. This was an office dubbed the Ballroom, an office that it was enough space for his lunchtime yoga sessions and a freestanding wardrobe. Now, whether or not this was to accommodate his towering presence will be a matter up for debate with the whips. But all I can say is it does make sense as to why I'm now living in a basement in this place. I, of course, send to him my very best wishes for a long, happy and healthy future. Madam Deputy Speaker, I am very fortunate to represent one of the most beautiful constituencies in the country. Stamford, in the very south of my constituency, is an ancient medieval town with touches of modernity from the Georgian period. The 18th century is what classifies as modern in Stamford, Madam Deputy Speaker, and that is exactly how we like it. The buildings are formed from beautiful sandstone that seem to shine spectacularly in the shimmering Stamford sun. This amazing settlement that grows and creaks with an ever-increasing number of visitors faces the challenge of accommodating so many within such little space. In the heart of the constituency is Bourne, a fast-growing town for its friendly people and amazing schools. As you travel between our towns, you pass some of the most wonderful countryside, passing farmland that is critical to our sustainable future, and postcard picture villages where the community spirit is strong but public transportation is weak. These communities stick together, and I'll stick by them and push for greater connectivity. As you travel up the A1, you reach the historic town of Grantham. Grantham is a wonderful place to live, with its brilliant shops, businesses, and schools. But as Grantham grows in population, we also face our challenges, and centre stage is our hospital. We rely on hospitals in the best times of our lives and in the worst times. And yet 3.5 years ago, Grantham Hospital was closed overnight. And now, as the new MP, I'm pushing hard to get those doors back open 24 hours a day. I want Grantham's future to be as significant as its past. In 1687, Sir Isaac Newton sat under an apple tree in the garden of Woolthorpe Manor and discovered gravity. In 1925, a future Prime Minister was born in the upstairs room of a grocer's shop on the corner of North Parade and Broad Street. Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher went from a Grantham grocer's shop to the great halls of British power. And it is my great honour to represent the home of so many former servicemen and servicewomen. Lincolnshire is bomber country, and we have a proud military past. 76 years ago, some of the first troops to land in France took off from North Witham in my constituency as part of the D-Day landings. For as long as I am in this place, I will never forget the sacrifices that they made for our freedom. Nobody ever asked if a fallen serviceman was a Labour, Conservative or Liberal. They were simply British heroes. Now, Madam Deputy Speaker, there has been a lot of press speculation leading up to today. But it wasn't all about my maiden speech. Shocking, I know. Some were interested in the words spoken earlier by my right honourable friend, the member for Richmond. And now I know why. Today's budget sets out a clear response to the coronavirus, but it also sets a clear path for our country, as this government seeks to level up and spread opportunity more widely. This is an agenda close to my heart. As a northern state school educated son of a state primary school teacher mum and small business owner dad, I was delighted to hear the support for small businesses announced today, because as a child I grew up seeing how hard it is to start a business and get it going. We have to remember that behind every business is someone who had an idea, who saw it through, stuck it out and made it work. Businesses at the end of the day are people. They are the faces, the families, the stories that are the lifeblood of all of our communities. That's why it's so important that this budget today supports them. I myself have just come out of a very happy and long career in business in the financial services sector. Now, this is a sector ripe for innovation as we seek to fund our future infrastructure and transition to a zero-carbon economy. And I look forward to contributing in whatever way I can in the years to come in these areas. But I know that whatever I do in this place, it would not be possible if it weren't for my incredibly supportive and very patient wife, Laura, my parents and my brother, who are all in the gallery today, true to form. Whatever I achieve in this place, I hope I can make them proud.
Maiden!